Do you ever notice how some guys barely say a word, but when they do, everyone listens? They have friends, they're popular, and they have influence, even if they're quiet and introverted. They don't need to be loud or fake it by acting like an extrovert. If you want to be just like that, all you have to do is follow the 6 methods I describe in this video. Now, if you're an introvert and quiet, it can be very difficult to be popular, to make friends, and to be able to influence people. You can feel ignored. You want to be respected, to have a strong social circle of friends, to get a girlfriend, to make an impact on people. However, every time you're in a group, you feel invisible. Most introverts struggle to connect with people, not because they're boring or have nothing to say, but because they don't know how to make an impact on people without forcing themselves to be loud and annoying. They avoid social situations, they stay on the edge of groups, they overthink what to say, and then they wonder why they feel invisible. The truth is that introverts don't need to force themselves to be confident. They don't need to fake it and act like they're always loud and extroverted to get a girlfriend, to make friends, and influence people. The real secret isn't about speaking louder or acting like an idiot for attention. It's about making people feel important. And the way you do that is you follow Dale Carnegie's 6 ways to make people like you. Just look at people like Ryan Gosling and Keanu Reeves. These are guys who are quite quiet and introverted. However, they are universally beloved. The 6 ways I describe in this video come from the book How to Win Friends and Influence People, which is one of the greatest and most influential self-improvement books ever written. This book helped me improve my social skills significantly and be able to make friends and be able to actually speak to women and get a girlfriend. I guarantee you that this will level up your social skills as well. The first way to make people like you is to be genuinely interested in them. Most people are so focused on themselves. They're worried about how the other person perceives and thinks of them. They're worried about what they're going to say next. But guess what? The person that you're speaking to doesn't care about you. They care about themselves as well. At least they care more about themselves more than they care about you. They want to be heard. They want to talk about their lives, their interests, their problems. People love talking about themselves. So if you want people to like you, take an interest in their lives and ask people about themselves. You can make more friends in 2 months by being genuinely interested in other people and asking them questions, rather than you can in 2 years of trying to make people interested in you. Instead of worrying about what you're going to say next, instead just focus on learning about their life. Imagine that they're someone famous and you want to learn everything about them and you're like fanboying over them. Now I want you to imagine there's 2 people in front of you. One is glaring and looking all angry and the other one's smiling like an idiot. Which one do you want to speak to more? Of course you're going to want to talk to the happy smiley guy than the other angry glaring guy who looks pissed off. This is because when we speak to people, our mood is contagious and it passes along to the other person. When we speak to someone who's happy and smiling and looks like he loves life, then we'll feel better as well. We'll feel happier as a result of speaking to them. The same thing happens when we speak to someone who's miserable. We'll end up feeling worse after speaking to them because it passes on to us. This means that when you meet people, you need to smile, even when you don't feel like it. When you smile whilst talking to someone, you signal that you like them. Speaking to them makes you happy, and that in turn will make them happy too. It's been discovered that people who smile will make more money and raise happier children. So if you want to be rich and happy in life, then smiling is an easy way to make it 10 times more likely to happen. Now, do you know what a person's favorite word is in any language? It's their own name. The average person is more interested in their name than in all other names on earth put together. A person's name is theirs. It belongs to them. It sets them apart and makes them unique. When you call someone by their name, you're entirely focused on them. Like if you're ever out in public and you hear your name, you immediately turn around quickly because that's your name. It belongs to you. I remember once when I was at the beach with my ex and some friends, and she called me by my name, and it felt like really strange and really good Because my name, which is Oshin, is quite difficult to say, so I don't hear it very often. But when I do, it feels special because it's my name, it's mine. So if you want to make the person you're speaking to feel special and actually like talking to you, use their name often, because it also just piques up their interest. When you hear your name, suddenly your interest goes up because they're speaking directly to you. Now, if you want people to think that you have the best social skills and make the best conversation, you don't need to be the funniest, most interesting, smartest guy in the room. Instead, you don't actually need to speak very much at all. If you can listen to someone with your full attention and actually focus on what they're saying, they will think you're amazing at conversations because you're making them feel heard. You're making them feel like you actually pay attention to them and you're actually listening to them and you want to hear what they're saying. All people want is to be heard by people, and most people aren't heard by anyone. Most people care too much about themselves that they won't even bother to listen most of the time when people are talking to them. Instead, they're just waiting for their turn to speak. If you can actually listen to what the person is saying, then they will feel this huge amount of appreciation for you because you're actually listening to them and actually paying attention to what they say. What they say matters to you, and you're showing that by always paying attention. Now, if you want whoever you're talking to, whether it's an attractive girl on a date or a guy at the gym, if you want them to like talking to you, talk in terms of their interests. Find out what they're interested in, what they love to do, what they love to talk about, and then ask them questions and start a conversation about it. If the girl you're speaking to loves to go hiking, ask her about hiking and her favorite hikes and her favorite story from hiking. If the guy you're speaking to loves fishing, ask him about fishing, like where he want to go fish next, the best, like his favorite memories fishing. When you find something that they're so interested in, obviously they're going to want to talk to you about it. And so that makes it a lot easier if it's focused on what they want to talk about. And you don't have to be thinking like, oh shit, what should I say next? My brain's blank, I don't know what to say. When you speak to people about what they love, they'll lower their barriers to speaking to you and be a lot friendlier. Because you're talking about something they love to talk about. You're showing an interest in something they love. And the final way to make people like you is to make them feel important. And I don't just mean like sucking them off, like faking it, and just being like complimentary of everything. Instead, find ways to compliment people on things they take pride in, genuinely. If a guy is an avid bodybuilder and he's proud of his physique, he's proud of all the progress he's made, then complimenting him on his physique will make him feel important. Like, do it no homo, of course. Like for me, in a bar once, a guy came up to me and said, oh, I recognize you from the gym. I saw you were benching the 32.5 kg dumbbells. And like, I haven't got up to that weight yet. And I can see that you're really strong. And it's like, it just immediately made me more... It made me immediately like the guy for obvious reasons. It lowers the barrier immediately because they're showing that, oh yeah, I appreciate this one thing from you. I can see it. Like I can see that you've put effort into going to the gym and building up a muscular body, and I have that too. And then now we can have a conversation about the gym and like, oh yeah, what do you love to train and all that stuff. So it makes it so much easier because you immediately drop a barrier when you compliment someone on something. And it could even be like something like the outfit they're wearing, one piece of their jewelry. Find something that you genuinely like about the other person and compliment them on it. It could even be their work ethic or anything. And don't do it faking like, oh, I love your smile when you don't really. Because then they'll realize that and it will just make them clam up and hate speaking to you more. Now I hope you got value in this video and you enjoyed it. And if you implement these 6 techniques into your day-to-day conversations, when you're at school, when you're at the gym, when you're speaking to people on nights out, I guarantee your social skills will go up that much more. They will increase significantly because that's exactly what happened to me. Now, if you're serious about improving your life, improving your social skills, improving your physique, and becoming the best version of yourself, then please like the video and subscribe to the channel to learn everything you can about self-improvement. Now, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. God.